Hi, this is Yvonne McNary for Central Kentucky Television, and I'm here with my special guest today, Monty Parman. How you doing, Monty?
Good.
Monty Parman, of course, is from May and Parman Agency here in Lebanon,
Yes,
Marion
ma'am.
County, and we're going to talk a little bit about first-time home buyers and little information to help them out. I know that we're getting into that time of the year when people are getting married and thinking about getting married, and once you get married, you think about getting a house and all that, but sometimes people don't think before they actually go in to start the process, and there are some things you should do before you get started.
Absolutely. One of the first things you should do before you even go look at a home is go get pre-approved by a lender. Find out how much money you can borrow. Is your credit in the shape it needs to be in to buy at the time? In today's market, as competitive as it is and as quickly as homes are moving, it's going to be hard to get your offer considered. If you did find the perfect home, but it came on the market, but other people were looking at it, they are not going to look at your offer if you don't have that magic little thing called a pre-approval letter from a lender. And you might think as a first-time home buyer, well, I can't compete with the guy that's buying a home for a second or third time. But that's not the case. Now, worst case scenario is you'd have to have a 3.5% down payment.
Okay.
But there are a lot of programs out there that, believe it or not, the lower your income, the better chance you have of getting in with having no down payment. That means zero down. Your closing costs can be built into the contract purchase. So literally what I'm saying is you can get into the house with no money, you know, but you need to, like I said, talk to the lender, get pre-approved, find out what your credit score is, and if it's not the best right now, get your credit score. It can be fixed. You can work on it. You can fix your credit score, but work on it, get your credit score up. You know, you can, right now, counting taxes, insurance, PMI, everything, and we'll go into that, what that is a little more in a minute. You can actually own cheaper than you can rent. You can actually own a home cheaper than you can rent an apartment or a home.
Now tell us, what are some of the things that you can do with your credit report to help, like you said, if it's not that great, some things that you can do?
You need to find out what items are on your credit report that are pulling it in. Things we run into all the time is unpaid hospital bills. Check your credit report. See if that is on there. If it's, you know, even though you say, well, my insurance didn't pay it, I don't know why I have to, that's not the case. And almost always these lenders will work with you to get rid of that debt. Get that debt done, get it paid for, your credit score will immediately start going up. Some people's credit score isn't good because they just haven't established any credit. You know, you need to do something like have some type of loan, car loan or whatever in your name. And if you have a negative score, or you know, a lower score due to past credit problems, find out, talk to the, you know, get pre-approved for a financing. Almost all of the people you work with can give you suggestions on how to improve your score, or people you can talk to improve your score.
Because they're out there to help you to get a house. They're not trying to help you not to get a house. They want you to get a home.
No, they are just the same as a real estate agent. If they make a loan, they make money. If they don't make a loan, they don't make any money. So they're out there just like we are. We're working to get the job done and get you in a house, not to fail to get you in a home or get a loan completed, because if we do that, nobody makes any money and we have unhappy customers.
Yeah. So we're working with them out there to try to get them into a home. What are some of the things too that are around here? I know there's a really good market around here. The market is really strong right now for the seller. The buyers are having to be competitive now, and they're having to get in on homes quickly. You know, we're nothing like, gosh, I've heard like in Louisville and Lexington area of houses selling, and you know, as soon as they're put on the market for considerably more than the asking price. We haven't gotten to that point yet, but if a house is reasonably priced here and is in a price range of anywhere from $75 to $175, it's going to sell quick. What about my goals? Like when I buy my first home, should I be looking for, what kind of house should I be looking for? You know, I'm just out of college, just got my first job. Should I be looking for my lifetime home, or should I be looking for an entry-level home?
You know, it used to be when people started with their first home, they bought a smaller, real basic home. but I've noticed a big change in that. People now, they get out of school, and whether it be tech school, college, whatever it could be, or straight out of high school, you know, we're really blessed here in Marion County that we have an abundance of employment for people getting out. Young people can stay in Marion County and work and make a good living. And if it's a couple, they can do more than, they can buy a home way nicer than anything they can rent for less money. It's really easy to get financing. The interest rates just make affording a home so unbelievably easy. You know, if you have good credit, you're somewhere in the right around 4. If you've got excellent credit, you can be below that. But the big thing is work on your credit score early. And I was talking about what makes up a house payment. Well, the bulk of your house payment is P&I, and that's principal and interest. That is the money you pay to the bank to pay down that amount you've borrowed and keep going down each month. The other thing is you're required to escrow your homeowner's insurance. And the homeowner's insurance covers not only your home, but your content, your liability, your outside building, everything like that. And then also your property taxes. If you live in the city limits, inside the city limits, and you buy a $100,000 house, you're going to owe about almost $1,100 a year in property taxes. If you buy out in the county, you're going to owe a little over $900 in property taxes on the $100,000 home. Well, the reason they do that, a lot of people, you know, come November or October, see, that's just like it is right now, and the phone rings all the time. But in October, November, seems like you have a lot of bills coming up. Christmas, taxes, everything. It's nice. You don't have that bill. It's included in. And then there is the item called PMI. Now, what PMI is, it's a fee you pay into your mortgage each month to where you don't have to have a 20% down payment. Years ago, you had to have a 20% down payment because the banks wanted to loan you $80 and you come up with 20%. Buy a $100,000 home, they wanted to see you come up with 20 grand out of pocket. That's all changed now due to PMI. Now, you do pay a fee in your payment for that each month, and it does make your payment higher, but it is still all included in your payment. But the nice thing about it, you buy a $100,000 house, you can bill your closing cost into the loan, and even if you have to go conventional, and when I say conventional, that means 3.5% down. On a $100,000 home, you need $3,500. It's all you need to get in a home. If your incomes are in certain levels to where you can go rural housing, then that can go away to be a 0 down payment.
Okay. Now, with that PMI, does that last the entire length of the mortgage?
It used to last until you had paid 20% down. Now it lasts the entire term of the loan. That's a change in it in the last couple of years. Okay,
so it makes it easier for you to get in, but yet you pay for it along the way.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you so much today for giving us some information about the first-time homeowners. I know there are a lot of them out there, a lot of people who are looking forward to owning that first home. What are some types of homes that we have here in Lebanon that you find that are most popular?
People have gotten to where now they really like new construction.
Okay.
Now, new construction is going to cost you quite a bit more money than pre-existing. But everything's new, everything's pretty, everything's modern. One of the things people really like is they like the open floor plans. About anything that's new construction now is built on the open floor plan. That's where the living room, kitchen, dining area are all opened up to each other. And usually they're split wing houses. You have a couple of bedrooms and a bath on one end, and the other end you have your master suite, utility. People do like to see a garage. You know, but you know what's unbelievable now, just a entry-level new construction, about 1,200 square feet with a 2-car garage, is going to run you somewhere around $145,000.
Okay.
If you go new construction without a garage, you're still going to be over 100. You're going to be about that 110 range. And then you can move up just a little bit to 1,600 square feet with an attached garage, 2-car, not just one, but a true 2-car garage. You get the granite, the hardwood, the ceramic tile. That'll get you up in the 170s, and then you can just keep going from there to whatever price range you want to go to.
Now, what is the medium house?
You know, it is changing so much here. I'm going to say, you know, when you look at the surveys, they're all 4 or 5 years old. I think that's off. I think the median price range home that's selling here right now, that people, let me say this, the homes that people are buying to use as a primary residence, not as investment property to rent out, I'm going to say is probably somewhere right around 120 to 125,000.
Okay. Right, fantastic. Well, I know that if they have any questions, they can always get in contact with you.
They sure can.
You want to give us that telephone number?
Yes, ma'am. They can get us at the office at 270-692-2153, and they can call me on my cell. It's 270-402-1176. But the easiest place, if you can't remember all that, is just remember mayandparman.com, and we'll be glad to work with you in any way we can.
Okay. This has been Yvonne McNeary, and I hope that we've answered some of your first-time homeowner questions today. We had Monty Parman here with us, and we hope that you'll get out there and buy a new home.
Thank you.
All right. This has been Yvonne McNeary for Central Kentucky Television.